My mom worked night shifts so I could pretend we were middle class. When I was a kid, I genuinely thought we were doing okay financially. Not rich, obviously, but normal. We lived in a small 2-bedroom apartment in Ohio with squeaky floors and a kitchen light that flickered every time the microwave ran, but my mom made everything feel warm, safe. Every Friday night, she'd let me pick a movie from the $5 Walmart bin and we'd make frozen pizzas together. She'd dance around the kitchen in oversized sweatpants while singing old Taylor Swift songs completely off key. I thought that was happiness. I thought everyone lived like that. What I didn't know was my mom was barely sleeping. She worked as a waitress during the day at a diner off the highway, then cleaned office buildings downtown 3 nights a week. I only found out years later because she hid it from me so carefully. She'd come home before I woke up, shower, make my lunch, and somehow still show up to my soccer games smiling like she had all the energy in the world. Meanwhile, I complained constantly. I complained when she bought generic cereal instead of the name brand. I complained when my jeans came from thrift stores. One time in middle school, I yelled at her because she couldn't afford the white Nike Air Force Ones everyone else had. I still remember what she said. "Baby, I promise I'm trying." And instead of feeling bad, I rolled my eyes and slammed my bedroom door. That memory still destroys me. Things got worse when I was 15. The diner cut her hours, rent went up, and suddenly little things started disappearing from our apartment. First the cable, then the Wi-Fi, then the tiny gold necklace my grandmother gave her. One night I woke up around 2 a.m. because I heard someone crying in the kitchen. It was my mom. She was sitting at the table with bills spread everywhere, calculator in one hand, inhaler in the other, trying so hard not to make noise. I had never seen her look small before. Parents always seem invincible when you're little, you know? But that night she looked terrified. I asked her if we were broke. She looked at me for a second, wiped her face, and smiled anyway. She said, "We're surviving. That's different." The next morning, she still made me pancakes shaped like Mickey Mouse before school. That was my mom, falling apart privately so I could still feel like a kid publicly. But here's the part that still gets me. Senior year came around and college applications started. I got into a university in Chicago. It was my dream school. I was excited for exactly 2 days before reality hit me. There was no way we could afford it. So I told my mom I didn't want to go anymore. I lied and said I wanted to stay close to home. She didn't argue, just nodded quietly. 3 weeks later, she handed me an envelope while we were eating takeout Chinese food on the couch. Inside was a check for my first semester tuition. I literally stared at it like it was fake. I asked her where she got that kind of money. She tried dodging the question at first, but eventually she admitted she'd sold her car and picked up overnight shifts at a warehouse during Christmas season. For 8 months, while I slept, my mom was loading boxes into trucks so I could leave that town. I started crying immediately. Like,